after 3 days in beautiful Bequia, we are leaving. We're going to go around the north side and we're going to hammer into the wind to Mustique. Here we go. The wind's only 16-17 knots, but we're going to take it nice and steady. We've got a couple of rolls in the Genoa main out roll, I suppose. This is the coast of Bequia, the wild part. There's no houses, no roads, no nothing. Dinghy sitting there. We always take the outboard off when we're doing these lakes, just to take the strain off the davit. It's just tacked onto port tack, and whoa, we are going into some big swell here. Lots of weed in the water. Bequia. Lots of birds flying around here. Like their own place. Just put the motor on a little bit just to make sure we get around this point safely. We've cracked off the wind now as we're heading towards Mustique. We're cracking along at a nice 8.5 knots. Unfortunately, our bang, it's got a hydraulic leak. Really doing a lot more bang on, but it seems to be totally okay because it's spilling the wind. It's actually between these islands. It's only 40-50 meters deep, which has caused a bit of a choppy sea. Just arriving into the north coast of Mustique. Out here is supposed to be the wreck of the Antilles, huge great cruise liner from 1979. It must have slid down into the water. And here we're starting to see what makes Mustique what it is. Just enormous palatial houses. Basically the whole island is run by the Mustique Company, set up by some Brit. Okay, we're both getting house envy. Beautiful, beautiful houses in amongst the palm trees and these rocks and the beaches. This is the shore immediately in front of us. If you'd read our blog yesterday, you would know all about it already. Lovely lawn and coconut palms going right down to the water's edge. Often wondered how they got these boats up onto the beach. I guess by sheer manpower. Stores here in Mustique. This is where all the fishermen are hanging out, as we just saw them pulling up their boat. And here seems to be a little fisherman's village. This is the only fruit and veg market. Very nicely set up. Over to Basil's pop-up bar and the Mustique Great General Store, which only has wine and champagne. And Cloudy is somewhere... oh, there she is, approaching Juana's head now. I'll wait on the... that just goes along the surface.
Yeah, when you speed up the engine, it goes like this.
Okay, just below the water.
Yeah. Well, it sinks because there's a lead inside it. See, it's gone.
Ah, okay.
You see, it's gone.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so it goes slowly, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do this as you're going along?
They have good eyes.
Yeah. And that's a good one for mahi mahi, eh?
Yeah, but I'll leave it. Wait.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thanks. Nice little corner. Very friendly people. For some reason there's lots and lots of these blackhead gulls here, which I don't mind until they sit on the dinghy and poop, which they seem to have enjoyed doing all morning. Yes, I'm talking to you. Go and tell your buddies. Keep off our dinghy. Yes, keep off. Underneath our little sunshade, it's surprisingly very shady and cool. Actually, it's wonderful. Just had breakfast. We've actually put the spray hood down. It's like being in another world in here. Oh, good morning. We're in Mustique and we're on the bikes again. Seems to be the only way we can get around this exclusive. Oh, there she is. There she is. She's got a matching t-shirt with the water today. There's Cloudy sitting out there, bouncing around. Mustique is pretty much a privately run island by the Mustique Company. A little bit like the East India Company. They seem to run the whole thing. This is Britannia Bay, as in Royal Britannia, Britannia rules the waves, as she does, of course. And there's Cloudy, pity about the Polish cat in front of us. Need to sort him out later. And yet another nice beach. No weed on here. Beautiful lawned areas behind and picnic benches. Very nice roads here in Mustique. No crazy buses on them. Just Juana. It's the only crazy one. And her partner. Must be part of one of the many hiking trails on the island. Up there on the hill is the Cotton Club. The rest of it you can just see exclusive houses everywhere. That's what defines this island. Down there, a beautiful beach. The Atlantic rolling up onto it. Cycling on these roads, flowers and the trees, and the sound of the ocean and the birds singing. Very unspoilt. Remove the houses, you can kind of guess what it would have been like as a pristine island. This is like Europe. Emergency telephones, first aid kits. Need a first aid kit? Yeah, one has fallen off, unfortunately. She ground a little bit of sand into her bike and herself. This is the beach that we were just looking down on. No Mick Jagger on this beach either. He's got a house on this island somewhere, along with Raquel Welch. Looking forward to seeing Raquel Welch. What a beach. Completely deserted. I wonder who owns Paradise. Show us how much they want for it. This must have a view down onto our bay. Ooh, spooky. Spooky. This is through to Macaroni Beach. Oh, yes, it looks nice. Macaroni Beach, like all the other beaches on Mustique, is just a horrible beach. Look at it. White sand, blue sea, big waves, and just a few very privileged people who are in the houses here on the beach. And this is our place for refreshments. Others have brought James down with their picnic, hampers, goodness knows what. We have brought our water. We're just going to have to up our game to be here, I think. Beautiful and shady under these trees. So lovely and cool. Fantastic colours. What a brilliant place to cycle. Just look at it. It's just gorgeous. Everywhere is like a garden. We got anybody behind us? So this, on this peninsula here, it's a piece of sand between the mainland and that big rock, is Mick Jagger's house. Don't see any flag flying, so I guess he's not in. There's Bequia over there, where we came from yesterday. And with this distance, the high peaks of St. Vincent. Very clear today. Rather nice entrance to obviously rather nice house on rather nice beach, with rather a nice neighbour, well, if you like him, Mick Jagger. We're going to go and knock on his door and see if he's in. I'm sure he'd love to have a go on our bikes, and maybe we'll get a cup of tea. Cotton house, ex-sugar plantation that they've converted into a super expensive restaurant apparently. This is the beach cafe at the Cotton Resort. Rather plush. We're just having a little beer. We couldn't afford a snack, so we're just having a beer. And you can smell the money. And the constipation. All these people have such pressurised lives, don't they? This is our bay here. It seems like there's piles of huge conch shells out there. These trees with their flowers are spectacular. They're everywhere, all the way across the island. Not a bad little spot. Snorkel. It's a little bit twitchy because the waves are breaking around us. Beautiful water. The beach we're on this morning. Wanna Sansom, all in a row. Becky, can we come in for tea? Now we tried to get in the landway, but they wouldn't let us, so we thought we'd approach it from the seaward side. Are we ready to go ashore? So now we're home to Cloudy, who's rocking around in the swell a little bit. Hey look, looks like we've got our own curtains blowing in the wind like all those lovely houses. Except ours is grey, not white.